Any suggestions on keeping the heat from the engine out of the supercharger on a B8.5 S5?
No, there's not a lot.
It's generally not a big issue.
It's not. Nope. it's going to be aluminum belt to do it well. There's already a big plastic manifold in there that gaps the charger assembly from the head. So as far as like any kind of like thermal barrier or isolation, it's not a thing that you could really add. So no, there's not really a surefire way to reduce like the charger body temps in any way.
Yeah, and there's kind of two factors. One, the body of the supercharger is not very good at conducting heat into the intake charge.
Yeah, given the volume of air.
It has very little surface area. So as air is going through the plenum, if there was a lot of heat in there, and let's say it was being constantly conducted, it wouldn't be very efficient because of the surface area. It's basically a flat surface. And as you see from intercoolers and radiators, in order to transfer heat from one substance to another, you greatly increase the surface area through heat sinking and fins and things like that. The other thing is, what I've seen in many applications is under wide open throttle, whatever heat is in the manifold quickly gets conducted out just due to a tremendous amount of mass airflow, and the temps of the manifold itself actually come down quite a bit under wide open throttle.
Yep.
Of course, they're offset by the efficiency of the intercooler and how low those temps. But if the intercooler can produce, say, temps close to ambient, then the intake system and the components that the intake charge flow through are going to cool down relatively quickly. So it's just not a big concern either way. The biggest concern you have with temperature and heat is going to be the performance of the intercooler system. That's where you're going to see whatever the vast majority of the system performance.
And we already give you kind of like the best head start you can get with our advanced launch control stuff, our advanced launch control files for those. At a stop where this is really kind of the most important, you just leave the cruise control on. That's going to crank your fan, your radiator fan to 100% already, and run the intercooler coolant pump at full tilt just to circulate as much cool fluid through the whole supercharger assembly as it can. So we're already giving you as much coolant capacity as we can, as your car can provide. There's not a lot of like mechanical tricks that are left in there that will help it any further.